Technically speaking, technically speaking, I ain't talking vegan when I said that I've been eating, making money on the side, but I use it for the main. I'm speaking in code when I tech talk that financial freedom. Have a seat cause you gon' wanna sit up at my table, yeah. Plugged in that it, girl, IT with the cables, yeah. Network engineering is for you, it ain't no labels, yeah. Shaky with my passion, took a leap, it got me stable, yeah. Now I make 100K or better, paper couldn't fit a stapler, and I spend it on my passion cause I'm capable. Technically speaking, now I'm really talking vegan when I said that I've been eating, I've been technically speaking. Technically speaking, China white. When I've been said I've been technically speaking, said I've been technically speaking, China white.
So welcome back to another lesson in the CCNA exam prep course, where we're learning about Cisco network fundamentals so we can increase our income through tech, okay? So let's get into it. Today, we are still in section 2, network access. It's 20% of the exam, same how it was with section 1, right? 20%. So this is a big part of the CCNA exam. And even the Net Plus, you can use this information as well. So what we want to do is ensure that we understand these fundamentals in the network access section, excuse me, so we can ensure that we pass this CCNA on the first time, okay? So before we get started, make sure you are taking notes, okay? Note takers are money makers, okay? So let's ensure we have a notebook and a pen and a paper. We're jotting down notes as I teach this lesson, okay? So we are on lesson 2.4. 2.4 is configure and verify layer 2/layer 3 EtherChannel, LACP. Okay, let's go ahead and see exactly what that means. So we have EtherChannel. What exactly is EtherChannel? EtherChannel is just a technology that allows a basically grouping of several physical Ethernet links into one logical link, okay? So let's just say we got about 8 physical Ethernet cables going from one device to the same device. And what we can do is we can utilize technology to group those physical cables and make it into one logical link, right? Why would we do this? We would do this so we can increase the bandwidth and provide redundancy. Bandwidth is just speed, okay? Redundancy is just making sure that that we always get data, it's always a path that data can travel, right? Redundant. And having increased bandwidth and increased redundancy, we can increase the overall network performance, right? To ensure that our network performs well and it is reliable. Okay, so that's all what EtherChannel is basically we take physical Ethernet cables, Ethernet links, right, that transmit data from one device to another, this Ethernet link, and we're going to take it and we're going to bundle it and make it one whole logical link, okay? As you can see, let me see if I can kind of bring this up a little bit. There we go. As you can see, these are links. These are physical links from one switch to the next. And what we can do is we can group these links and say, hey, we don't need all 4 of these links configured to transmit data one way. We can group them together and make a one whole link, a logical link. There'll still be these 8 physical links here, but when the data traverses, when the switch looks at it, the switch will look at it as one full link, right? And it's just the full link logically in our configurations, okay? And this is good because it increases our bandwidth. We have our redundancy. So if something fails, we have a backup. If one of these links fail, we have a secondary backup, third or fourth, all that good stuff. And it's good for load balance. Basically, we can evenly distribute the traffic across these different links. So it's overall good on this EtherChannel, and you'll definitely see this in a lot of networks as you enhance in your career. Okay, so EtherChannel has different modes, okay? 3 modes. They have LACP, they have PAGP, and ON. ON is more like static, okay? And for this CCNA, we're just going to deep dive into LACP, right? LACP, it stands for Link Aggregation Control Protocol, excuse me, not panel, protocol. It's basically open standard IEEE. I believe it's like 802.3 AD, I believe. I don't know, check me on that. But it is an open protocol, it's an IEEE standard, and it's either going to be an active mode or a passive mode, okay, on these ports, right? You can set these ether channel mode to be active or passive. If it's active or passive, that means if you're using an active or passive keywords, that means you're using a protocol called LACP, Link Aggregation Control Protocol, okay? Active just means that this protocol, LACP, is negotiating on each of these sides to form an actual link, right? Because how are these links being formed into one, right? We have a protocol on this switch and a protocol on this switch. And together, when they speak to each other, they'll say, oh, do you want to create a ether channel, which is a one logical port? Do you want to connect? How do you want to connect? Either we connect actively or passively, okay? And then PAGP is the same. It's port aggregation protocol. It's Cisco proprietary. It's the same thing as LACP. It's Cisco proprietary. So it does the same thing. Remember how we talked about last lesson? Cisco just takes other people's technology, just slaps their name on it. This is a prime example of another one. So LACP is good because it's a standard. So even if you're not a Cisco network engineer, let's say you are, I don't know, Genesis or Aruba or what's those other companies out here? Can't even think of the other companies' names. But if you're working on Juniper or some other networking equipment, you still have the technology EtherChannel. It just will be LACP. But Cisco, they want you to use the proprietary technology, and it will be PAGP. Same thing. One is just Cisco, one is open source. Now, if you are working on Cisco switches, you still can configure LACP. And that's why I believe Cisco kind of updated this CCNA to ensure that you don't need to know all these different protocols. Just know the standard, and everything else will just piggyback off of it, okay? Just really quick, port aggregation protocol, instead of active or passive, the modes are desirable and auto, right? Same thing, just different keywords. And then the static on, the mode on, which is static, it just means that, hey, we're forcing this to be on. Okay, there's no need to negotiate and see, oh, what are you? Oh, I'm over. No, we're gonna put it on. Okay. So today we're going to just learn about LACP for exam purposes. Okay. Now, if I keep going on, I'm going to send you guys this PDF here, but it just tells you a little more about LACP modes and port aggregation modes, right? Like I said, we're just going to learn about LACP. And as you see, we just have active or passive, okay? Active or passive. Those are the keywords we're going to use as we decide to configure this, okay? Let's go into this PDF here. This PDF, as you can see, it tells you a little more about EtherChannel, and it talks about a little bit of STP, the limitations of STP. We'll talk about STP, which is Spanning Tree Protocol. We'll talk about that in the next lesson, because we're just going in order with the lessons. And then you'll be able to see how EtherChannel can help out with STP. And again, we talked about some modes. This is just a really quick little blog or little notes that I had when I was learning about EtherChannel. So I decided to share these with you guys. EtherChannel, when they say configure and verify, literally, these are just really the basic configurations, is creating a logical port, which create a logical link, which is creating a mode, channel group, and you're putting it active, on, passive, whatever, and you're using these modes, boom, that's how you create an ether channel, right? That's literally it. As you can see right here, the channel is literally a channel group, right? And we put it, these will be numbered. One is TSU Team Hub. This is where all our hub information is at. This is where you'll go first, and you can ask questions here, create you a nice card with your name on it, and let us know what you're here, what your goals is, so we can help you accomplish that. Okay? The second board you would come up to is how to get a six-figure job. This is my exact path on how I was able to break into tech and get a six-figure tech job. Even when you got that job, or let's just say you are at a comfortable job, it may not be six figures, maybe, 90K, 80K, something in that sort, and now you're looking into making six figures in your business. You can use this board as well, so we can help you get to that goal with getting six figures in your business, okay, by utilizing technology. And the third one here that everyone mostly is at is the CCNA or Net Plus exam notes. All right. These are all the exam notes here. And we have it in our boards that you see where it has start, and you see our network fundamentals, network into a group number. And we're having the mode active, mode on, mode passive, whatever the case may be. That is literally it when it comes to, oh, how do you configure it? Because when it comes to the test, the exam, the CCNA, and possibly the Net Plus, it is multiple choice, or you may get a drag and drop or something in that sort, or like match up or something. And when it says, how do you configure EtherChannel, or what's the first step of configuring EtherChannel? The answer will be channel group number, mode, and whatever the mode is. Okay, they will have different types of answers that may look correct. That's why it's important that we go ahead and do our lab with Cisco Packet Tracer, and we can ensure that we know the steps on how to configure EtherChannel. When we come across that question, we know the steps, which is literally just creating a group, assigning that group in that mode. And let's see, what's this PDF here? Oh, PDF is basically the same, but I give you a little more with basic configurations. And as you can see, these correct configurations have channel group and the mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull up our packet tracer. Okay, and let's go ahead and create topology and start configuring this out. So what we're going to do is let's take two switches here, and let's do these switches. We can do this, maybe two switches. Okay, two switches, right? And then let's add some PCs. So we're going to go to PC here, PC there, PC there, PC there, right? And then we're going to connect these devices. So let's connect, and we can do this. This is automatic connection. It'll automatically put a straight through cable if we don't want to figure it out. But it's always good to understand what cables go with what, because that will be a question on the exam. Is, if I want to connect a switch and a computer, what cable would I use? If I want to connect a switch and another switch, what cable would I use? And so forth and so forth, right? So let's go ahead and do that. And then let's connect. We got that. And we're going to connect about two of these. Oh, I don't know why this wasn't clicking here. We're going to connect it here. And then I guess we could do two maybe. Let's do another one. Right, maybe two. Should I do three? I want to see if I can use these configs that I'm giving you guys here in the PDF. Let me just check the PDF here. Yeah, we'll just do two, just so we don't get too crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this here. Okay, let's get some. I like to write out my IP so I don't get confused. We're going to do 192. We're going to keep them in the same network. Obviously, we're just going to make them different IPs, right? And then let's do 192.168.1.2 and /24. We're going to keep it very simple, right? We're not here to get crazy. .1.3/24 and 192.168.1.4. All right. Oh, get that. Okay, so we're going to put this up. This. Do you want to delete? No. I want to just, there we go. We're going to take this and put it here. Take this one, put it here. Take this one, put it here. And take that one, put it there. Just so we know what IP belongs to what. And as you can see, they all have the same subnet. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if I can make this bigger. Oh, maybe I can. Zoom in. Yes, yes, there we go. Let's go like this. There we go. And come like that. Whew. Goodness gracious, you would think I would know already how to zoom in on this. But I usually have it on my second screen, so it's really much bigger on that, so I really don't even bother. Anyway, we got it all together. Okay, so now let's configure the switches, and we have to configure each switch. We're going to configure it the same, and we're only going to do LAPC. So let's get into our switch. We already know. Go into our CLI. Let's click that baby open. This is what I really wanted to see if I could get in, like make it bigger, but whatever. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so we're going to do con FT. Okay, and we're going to go into the interface first. Let me see, what interface are these? Let me exit out really quick. What interface is this? FA03, FA04. All right. And before I get into FA01 and FA02, let's first see, let's first see if we can, okay, so they're all, sorry, because I was thinking about using the gigabit instead, right? But let's just do it how they have it. I'm not going to get too crazy because, okay, so we want to do interface. Let's do interface range. So we're going to do both of them at the same time. Interface range, and the range was FA03 through what? Through, was it 4? I don't know. Let's do 4. Let's do 4. Let's see if that got through. Okay, let's go up. Let's put in space 4. Maybe I should do FA0/3. That would be great. -4. Okay, boom. So now we in both of the interfaces at the same time. That's the command, interface range, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now that we're in this range, let's do switch port, right? We're gonna go into switch port, switch port, and we're gonna do switch port mode, and let's make it access. We're gonna access that for both of them. And then we're going to create a channel group to put them in, okay? This is where we start our EtherChannel. So we're gonna do CANN channel. Told you I can't spell, guys. Channel group. So I do a lot. So channel group, name it, the number, it's not name it, but the number you can do is arbitrary. It's whatever you want to put it. It's whatever is good in your environment. You want to keep it consistent. This is our first channel group, so we're just going to put a 1. Not going to get too crazy. And then we're going to do mode. It's LACP. So what mode do we want? Let's do mode active because we want it to be an act. We want to create this side of the switch to be an active ether channel, an active port. So the other side will be active port and they will together create an ether channel. Okay. So then boom. Okay. So as you can see here, maybe I should have kind of blew this up a little bit for you guys. As you can see here, they changed down to up, down to up. They did some things, system logging. We're still in the range. In that range, we don't really want to care too much doing anything in this range. So let's exit. Let me move this out the way. Let's exit out the range. So we're in config. So now let's go into the actual interface, the port channel interface. And how we would do that is enter base and then port clearly, and then channel, channel. And we're going to do channel 1 because that's what we numbered it as. We're going to enter. Now we're in that interface of the port channel, the port channel's interface. Those two that we put together, this is the interface of it, okay? And then we're going to do switch port. We should do switch port trunk. That's what I think. Let's do switch port mode access. All right, cool. That's it. Exit, exit, exit. All right. We can do let's see. Oh, we can just do show. Let's do show interfaces trunk. Yeah. Do show interfaces trunk. It didn't want to show me in the duplicate, so I gotta exit, exit. Let's do show interfaces trunk. Oh, why does this want me to show me the trunk? Let's do show interface interfaces, right? So we're looking at all interfaces. As you can see, it's a lot to read. Let me get some show commands because clearly the show command here is not good. Let's do show commands for EtherChannel. I'm Googling EtherChannel. I'm just gonna Google this really quick. Oh, show EtherChannel. That's all it's saying. Really quick, let me just see. Show interfaces port channel 1. That's the freaking. That's what it is. Let's pair that all out. Let's go ahead and paste that, which is show interfaces port dash channel 1. And it shows us this port channel is down, right? Why is this port channel down? Because it's not trunked, and I freaking knew it. Okay, so let's go into conft, right? And let's go into interface port channel 1, okay? And then we're gonna do switch port mode trunk, okay? And then exit, okay? And then let's do show. Let me paste that back in. Show interfaces port channel 1. I gotta exit out of this. Config terminal. Okay, and then we're going to paste it back, enter, and it says it's down. Okay, why is it says it's down? This is a good troubleshooting. Let's troubleshoot and see why is it down. Oh, Jesse, it's down because the other side is not even together. So let's go ahead and click on this, which is our second switch, okay? And then we're gonna blow that up so you guys can see. All right, boom. It's blocking some stuff, it's okay. Let's enable, let's go to conft, okay? We're gonna do the same configs, okay? So we're gonna do interface, FA, 0/3 to what, 4, right? Interface range, I don't know why I didn't say that. interface range FA 0/3. That's why you slow down, because when you start doing all of this crazy stuff, going fast and stuff, you start making fast mistakes. So anyway, so we're in the range, right? So in this range, we're gonna do switch port mode access. Okay. And once we do the access, we're going to do channel, right? Channel dash group. We're gonna name it the same on each end. Mode active. Okay. Boom, that's good. We're gonna exit out of that range because we don't want to be in that range, but we're gonna do an interface for channel 1. Okay, and then in this port channel, we're gonna say switch port mode. What did I do? Did I do trunk the last time? Did I trunk it? Don't remember. Let's just trunk it. Let's see. Okay. Unblocking. All right. So let's exit out. Let's exit out. And then let's paste our lovely show command. Show interfaces, port channel 1. Right. And then look at that beauty. It is up. It's up and it's up. Let's exit out of that. Oh, look, green, green. Let's go into this switch. Okay. Let's go in here and let's paste that lovely show command. Enter, and as we can see, it's up and it's stuck. Okay, boom. Now, there we go. All right, now let's configure some IP addresses because clearly we didn't do that. So let's go ahead, come in here, and let's go into our configs, yes, and interface, and it's static, and we're gonna config it 192.168. That's one. Right? It's gonna give us a already subnet mask. We're good. Let's exit. Do the same thing. PC1 config fast Ethernet. Okay. 192.168.1.2. All right, it's gonna automatically give us our subnet mask based on the class. Okay, this is classful. What is this? Let's come over here. We got 192.168.1.3. Okay, what does it? Gives us their subnet mask. Yes, yes. Let's come over here. Config EtherChannel. 192.168.1.4. If I'm going too fast for you, please pause this, rewind this, and go back. Okay, it's okay. I'm going fast because most of you guys already been through this. You just want to see the steps, and I don't want to make it too long and too drawn out. Okay, let's go ahead and speed up some time. This right here, I speed up the time to hurry up and make the connections and stuff. It's like fast forwarding. So that's what I did because it's a simulation. So we're okay with simulation. Now we configured EtherChannel on both of these, as you can see, green and green. All right, we created the trunked it together. Yes, we are good. Now we have to test configuration. How do we do that? Ping, 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 ping. So we go into here, right? We go into our desktop, we go into our command prompt. And what do we want to do? Let's ping PC2. Okay, so we're going to say ping 192. Let me move that out here for you. 192.168.1.3. Let's ping it. Oh, it is pinged, right? Oh my gosh, I don't know why my mouse gets stuck like that. Let's exit out of here. And then let's come over here, okay? And let's do desktop and let's do command prompt. And let's ping PC1 from PC3. So we're in PC3. Let's go ping command. And let's do 192.168.1.2. Enter. Ta-da! The ping was successful. 0% loss. We are good to go. And that, my friend, is how you configure and verify EtherChannel.